something messy and mixed media, and I have got some really pretty things to be using out of the spring summer catalogue that I haven't used yet. I have got this what's it called, the embellishment kit here, and I have used some of it, but I've got a few bits left over that I thought might look quite nice on a pretty tag. I've got these new stencils that I haven't used yet, so I want to get playing with that, and also some of this Glimmer new texture paste. It's the shimmery white embossing paste. So I've already cut 4 pieces of cardstock here, ready to just paint over with some gesso and to just kind of like prime it really. Oh, and look what I found. Oh, I might use that for something. Okay, so gesso isn't a Stampin' Up product. It's one that you can get from most art supply stores. Now, I could just stick maybe some white cardstock over these and use it like that, but I do prefer to use the primed pieces of cardstock. So it's really easy. You basically just paint on and let it dry. You can speed up the process by using your heat tool, but there we go. So hiya guys, I can see I've got a few viewers, so welcome. Do say hello. I'm just going to switch off my notifications and get on with this. Do say hello and where you're from. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, basically people who watch this live can comment and I can respond to them. So if someone does comment, I'll try and read out their comments so that it makes sense when I reply to them. Because unfortunately YouTube don't keep the comments. I don't know why. They do it on Facebook Live. So YouTube, if you're listening, please can you have a system where you keep the comments? Because sometimes the comments are really helpful. Right, so I'm just going to set that aside to dry. I've got a glass of water next to me, so I'm just going to stick my paintbrush in there. Oh, yes, and I've got this stuff as well that I do like to use. Hi, Bev, nice to see you. Hi, April in Iowa, nice to see you as well. So I've got these lovely gold shimmery flakes here. I wonder what it's like if now this gesso is still a bit damp. No, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the shimmer paste. I think I'll use the shimmer paste first. So the 2 stencils that I'm using come together in one pack, and it's to go with this suite of products that are kind of got these lovely cakes and things in them. This rose is particularly pretty, so I really do want to have a go with that. So let's have a look. Oh, I have opened this before, so let's have a look what it looks like. It's basically got glitter in it. Very cute. Right, so let's see if one of these are fairly dry. Yeah, let's get in there. Now, if you wanted to add colour to this, you can do this shimmer paste. So I'm just going to get it on. You can also even put sprinkle your brush show powders into this. But let's just go for doing this one quite neutral. I've got 4 tags, so I've got lots of time to experiment. Okay, I'm just going to do some roses on here. Okay. That's going on very easily. I'm just using this old glue spatula. I did buy the spatulas, I just don't know where they've gone. They've disappeared on me. Okay, see how easy that was to get on. So easy. Okay, so that's got the roses. Now you can get the brushos. Now where have I put the brushos? Do I want the brushos? I might just leave it. Oh, I've seen it where people emboss onto this. That's quite fun. But I'm thinking of sprinkling some of the gold flakes. I'm going to see what what happens then. See if this is strong enough to... Oh, I forgot about these dots. I think I might use some of these dots. They're quite cute. Let me sprinkle some of those on. Whee! to kind of stick. I tried to put it on quite thickly because I do want this rose to show up. Actually, I'm just going to do that with it. It's quite textured. Just swipe that into there. Right, we'll see what happens with that. Just going to clean up the edges there. Oh, let's put some these sprinkles on there. There we go. Right, what about this one? Should we do some dots? Oh, these are pretty. I like that. These are just cute for a bit of texture. Oh, there's one that I wanted to use. This one here. I've not used this one yet. Now this one you need to stroke in a downwards motion, because if you go that way you run the risk of lifting up the stencil because it's made up of lines. So you have to be quite careful how you apply it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Ethan? Yeah? Can you just come and take this stuff off me? What? Can you come here a sec? Can you just go and make sure you put that in the sink and cover that with water and just try and get some of that stuff off. Just get it into water because it will go hard otherwise. Right, so did you hear that? You've got to get your stencils immediately into some water, otherwise you run the risk of it sticking. Oh, I want to put some shimmer flakes on there. Gold glitter flakes rather. Don't know if they'll stay on, but there we go. Right, so this is the first one that I did, and you can kind of see a little bit of the sparkle there, which is quite nice. And it's nearly dry, not quite, but nearly dry. So while I'm waiting for those to dry, let's have a look at some of these cute pieces that I have in here. So this is an embellishment kit that's available at the moment. It's £10 and you get all these gorgeous different die cuts. Now the beauty of this, I know, you know, stamping is fabulous and it is really fun to stamp, but sometimes when you're in a bit of a hurry, having things pre-printed and ready to go is just so much easier. So I'm just going to pop these out and then we can have a really good choice of what we want to use. That's quite cute. Oh, that's from the cardstock actually. Oh, brilliant, thank you. Oh, that's just a doily. Some pegs. And I have some pre-cut little bits and pieces. These are from other kits. Oh, there's the little bit of washi tape there. Now that might be quite fun to use. And these are some cutouts from the suite, the dies that go with this suite. So I don't know what, I'm just going to have those at the side ready to play with. Just start assembling some bits and pieces together. That might be quite fun to use. Let me have that. These vellum pieces are so pretty. Just have to be careful when you tear them out because they're quite delicate. But yeah, this stuff, this is fabulous if you need to do something quick, because if you had to do this yourself, you'd have to, you know, stamp, emboss, heat emboss. Right, the other thing I wanted to play a little bit with is the paper shreddy. I've got some of the pink on here. I'm just going to have some of that all ready to go, because I thought that would make quite a fun like background. I also have some of the DSP that goes with this whole suite. So I'm sorry if I'm missing comments, guys. I've been so focused on this. Okay, hi from Nova Scotia. Oh, fabulous, lovely. Thank you for joining. I might just rip some pieces of this. I don't want too much covering up these little bits, but that'll be quite fun. Actually, I might just start it from one side. I've got my hot glue gun here, which I thought was switched on. Oh no, I forgot to switch it on. Okay, we'll just have to wait for that to heat up. I'll start prepping all the other little bits and pieces. Now I know I'm mixing metallics a little bit here. I've got silver lines on this paper, then I've got a gold doily, and then champagne gold leaf. But you know what? Sometimes it just works, putting lots of different things, metallics together. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes quite fun, really. I could do with some little words. Now in this pack you get some numbers, which is quite nice if you're wanting to make a nice birthday card with a number on it. But it'd be quite nice to stamp some words to stick on. So let's have a look. Oh, right. I've got the Celebration Beautiful Peacock. So this is available for free when you purchase £45 worth of product, and less than that, a cute stamp. Beautiful friend. Get a block. And some, go for Berry Burst, I think. Get a scrap of cardstock. Always keep a pack of scrap Very Vanilla and Whisper White ready at hand to do stamping with. Then I've got to find a flat spot on my surface because I've been using the texture paste. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I might do that a few times because I might do a few of these. Cute. I'm just trying to find my 1-inch punch. Yay, found my 1-inch punch. So I think this would work. Yeah, that looks quite cute. Right, I'm going to start assembling this all together. Let's see if my glue is ready. Nearly, but not quite. Right, so I think I'll use some Tombow to start off with to adhere some of these green bits down. So a lot of the trick to doing mixed media work is texture. It's just putting layers down so that you end up with a lot of texture. So this can be achieved by tearing, putting multiple layers of card down or paper. Even not actually completely sticking it down properly and letting it rise up a little bit. Now I can see it's rising up because it's actually not wanting to stick, so I might have to just go over and over this to make sure it does stick properly. Oh, sorry guys, I just realised that your vision has been somewhat limited. There we go, that's better. I think because it's got the texture paste on it, it's harder to stick down. But once we get the hot glue gun on here with the everything else, I'm hoping it's just going to stick fine. Oh, no, that wants to come off. Put some bits of glue underneath there. Okay, right, so I've got a little bit of this stuff here. Just going to just put a few blobs of glue on the way down, like that. Just keep pressing it until it's stuck down. Okay. And put a really big blob of glue on here. Just push that down. I'm being a bit careful. I might get the top of my glue actually. Stick that down because it's quite warm because the metallic is kind of absorbing that heat. Then I want to put some of these elements and tuck those behind there. Right, I think I might put that in the middle. Oh, I'm just going to wipe this bit of glue up because otherwise I'm going to get my fingers in it. Right, I've got some straight up bits here that snipped off. Got these little flowers as well that could go on. I'm thinking if I put the glue in the holes of the flowers, I might be able to quickly sprinkle on some of the gold flakes. Oh! She says sprinkle them on. There we go. Right, now I do want to get some colour onto this, so I think I might get some spray. In a Stampin' Mist bottle, I've already got some green, but it needs a little bit more water in it, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of water in there to kind of get it activated. I want to just put some green. I think it needs to be a bit darker than that actually. Get some re-inker. So the great thing about these mist bottles is that you can create your own mists for your work. So you do need to just obviously test it out to make sure you've got the right saturation of colour in there. So that's a little bit too light for me. So I'm just going to put 5 drops. I was going to say 3 or 4, but no, it was more like 5 or 6 drops in there. Give it a shake. Now obviously the first squirt is going to be still quite pale until that colour really... So I think I might squirt it on here. There we go, that's better. I'm just going to hide my sentiment because I completely missed then. Let's wipe that off there. Get some of that green. Okay, that's a little bit too green on there, so I think I might just stick that on. I'm just dipping the peg in the green that is still wet, so I've got some colour onto there. Oh, it's quite nice. It's gone on the vellum a little bit, so it's not as pale. That's quite cute. Okay, let's have a go with another one. Got this one here. So by spritzing that, it's kind of made the texture paste re-moisten, so I need to set that aside for a minute because that's actually wet again, so I can't use that one. What have I got here? This very glittery, almost wedding-like one, so I'm wondering if this fun cake would look nice on there. Now I do have some silver and white of the shreddies. So the shreddy comes in a pack of 3. You get the pink, which is that one there, and then silver and white, and then just white. So, oops. You all still with me? Hello? So as I said, even though I've already used the gold, I'm kind of mixing metallics. And that's just the way it is. Oh, oh it's a shame I'm going to cover that up, but never mind. So, get a good amount of glue on here. Okay, that's completely over the top, but hey ho. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Oh, I found this little heart. That might be quite fun. Right, I wonder what word we could put on this one. Oh, celebrate. That might be quite nice. If I do that in, so do it in basic grey, I think. I think I'll punch it out with a scallop. That really cute scallop circle. So this is the 1 3/8 scallop circle punch. Could have that just tucked in under there like that. Okay, right. Put glue there. Stick that down. And put some on there. Then put a really good, oh, those need sticking as well, so let's put a really good dollop on there. Stick those in there like that. So this could be for a wedding or a birthday. I'm just going to hold that down because the glue is still warm, so that means that, and it's still gooey because it's still heated up. So until it cools down, it's not properly set. So I can feel that it is still warm under there, so I'm just holding it down until it sets in place. Now, because I've just covered up some of that gold glitter, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the edge of this tag. I'm just going to dip it in the gold flakes, get it to pick up some, so you've just got this nice gold edging. Ooh, I like that. Might do some more at the side. Just kind of like just scraping the glue on. Yeah. Do some at the side. Do some there. I think this glue is on its way out. It's not quite picking up because it's so bulky, so I'm just going to throw some of that gold stuff on, which unfortunately is also wanting to stick onto my fingers because my fingers are so icky now. Going to scrumple up this doily because I ended up folding it, so I'm just going to scrumple it up a bit more so it looks like it's meant to be. Let's trim some of these. Okay. It'd be nice to put some colour on here, I think, so I might just get the Stampin' Blends and put some pink and a little bit of purple onto the flower. So these markers are alcohol based, so they evaporate really quickly. Just going to colour in some of these flowers. So that one is the light Calypso Coral. And then I'm coming in with the dark pink Pirouette now and blending those together. Use a little bit of the light old olive, put some little hints of the green in there. that's about as much as I want to do. Okay, I know it looks quite messy at the moment. I think it doesn't help that my hands are quite messy. I'm just going to pop that little peg on there. If I have a piece of card I can pop behind the door. There we go, so you can see that a bit better. There we go. Right, so these last two, I'm going to try and finish these together. I think I'm not going to plan it out as much, I'm just kind of going to go for it. So let's get some glue on different areas. So I'm just doing this slightly offset to the side, that one. And then this one, got this lovely sort of floral image there. And I've still got lots of these lovely leaves and things that came from the embellishment kit. And I also have some cut out elements from the dies. So that might be quite nice to use. There's this lovely big green leaf that would be nice. Pop that under. I'll just pop that under there. I might just give this a little quick spray in this corner here. There we go. That's about as much as I want to do. Oh, maybe down here as well. Oh, sprayed it in completely the wrong direction. There we go. Right, so that one's going to go very floral. I've got these little elements to use. I might just dip the edges in the ink that is drying on this tag here, because I just want a little bit of ink around the sides. So that can go there like that. I might do the same to this one as well, because there is excess ink on here that can be used. So, and with it just plain white, it looked a little bit too stark. So, stick that under there. Now the reason why I do find hot glue quite useful is because it pretty much cools instantly once you put things in place. So if you're wanting to work quickly, it's just great. Obviously you do have to be careful because it is hot, and I've lost count of the amount of times I've burnt myself. some of these diamantes here that I think I might use in a second. I'm just going to stick this piece on. Oh, I could put a little diamante in the middle of that flower there. It's kind of cute. And then just wait for this to completely dry, and then I think I'll put some on there as well. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one, you can build it up by adding other floor elements. So these could be just really fancy tags that you might put on a present, or they could just go towards making up a card. You could just mount this onto a piece of card, and there we go. Right, I'm just trying to find my other glue stick. I'm just going to grab another one. Hi Ruth, thanks for joining. Hi Linda. Sorry, just seeing your comments. Thanks for joining. Yeah, if you've got any questions, please go ahead and ask questions. So we're doing a very mixed media inspired kind of tags. Okay, so let's just get some glue onto here. Get that tucked under there. And I do find this sort of style is not about being neat. It's just about enjoying how things end up together. And it's always worth, whenever you know, cutting dies, if you've got your die machine out, you may as well cut a few extra and just keep them in a little pot ready for when you want to do this kind of project. Because there's nothing like getting the urge to do something like this and then thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to get my big shot out, I've got to get the dies out, I've got to get my cardstock out. You know, this sort of thing is very on the whim type crafting. So if you've already got a pot of stuff that you can just grab and play with, then it's really, really good fun. Because I tell you what, if I'd had to get my big shot to do all this, I would have given up. Yes, I have got very icky fingers, but never mind. Woohoo! When I cook it. I'll just put a few of these little diamantes on, because I can, and it looks pretty. And then over here I was waiting for this to dry a little bit more, so I might stick those on now. Right, Let's see if there's anything else I want to stick on here. Do I want some of the washi tape? I don't think so. Oh, I've got to stick that down. I'm going to stick that on. Ouch! Caught my hand. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. I'm really desperate to use some of this blue stuff. Alright, let's pop a little bit of this blue trim on the bottom. Quite like these bits that are sticking out. Tuck those in there. Right, I think that's it for now. I'm just going to pop these little clips on the top because they're so sweet. Now I haven't yet used the little, this kit does come with some little tassel things. I did have them a moment ago. Oh, here they are. I don't quite know how I'm going to use these just yet. Oh, they might be quite fun, just stuck in. Oh yeah, that's quite fun. Okay, let's use it that way. Let's pop a big blob of glue at the back there. Lift that up, pop that down. Just wait for that to dry, and then while it's I'm waiting for it to cool rather, not dry. Just gonna create a bit of texture with that. Looks like a little mini pom-pom. There we go. Okay, that's quite fun. I don't think that would go on here. Oh, maybe at the back. Let's try pink one instead. So you get, I think it's 2 each of all the different colours. I want to really hide that underneath there. And then, yeah, it's kind of all in keeping with that texture and mixed media. That's quite fun. Right, so let's have a look at what I've done, apart from make a mess. Oh my goodness. Let's have a little tidy up. So I'm going to put the lid on this before I spill any more. There we go, got a nice clear area, and then you can see what I did. Oh, I might just stick that little bit of green down. There we go. So there's that one. That one. This one. And oh, this one. So guys, which one's your favourite? Got 1, 2, 3 or 4. All a little bit different, all very messy, but good fun. want to cover up some of that glue on there. See if I've got something to stick on that. Number 4, number 2. Let me just read those. Hi, Laurie. Oh, thank you. So you're saying your weather is overcast and about 0 degrees. Where we live, it's actually warmer than it has been. A little bit overcast, but sunny enough for me not to use my lighting. But yeah, it's casting a little bit of a shadow. So, right. So what did you guys say? So Nova Scotia, Stampin' in Nova Scotia says number 2. Jossie likes number 4. And Ruth likes number 4 as well. Yeah, it's funny, the cake image is really cute and really pretty. I've got a girlfriend who makes cakes, and she makes beautiful cakes a bit like this actually. But since I've had the set, I'm like, would I want a birthday cake on a card? It's kind of like mixing, I don't know. It's like, would you put a picture of a gift tag on a card? Does that kind of make sense? It's almost like mixing metaphors, or I don't know. It's kind of like bizarre, really. That's not going to fit on there, is it? Oh, I just really feel I want to cover that bit of glue up. But I don't know what with. That's bugging me. Oh well, I guess you guys can't see that, but I know what, I might just pop a little bit of glue and some glitter. Got to be careful how this is going to come flying out now, isn't it? This glue. Right, I've got so many of those glitter flakes that I may as well use them up. Try and do this without spilling them all everywhere. I'm going to have to scrub my hands in a minute. I'm so icky. Well, thank you guys for sticking with me. If you've watched the whole broadcast, I'm very well impressed. And what I'll probably do is I will do a sped up version of this for people to enjoy without all my twittering and whatever. So I will take photos of these and put them on my social media so that you can see the kind of real full kind of glory of them all, because my camera isn't refocusing. So there we go. Right, thanks guys, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye. Oh, I seen someone else do this and I thought that was so cute, so I'm going to do that as well. Oh, thank you. Oh, have fun. See you, Linda. See you, Laurie. See you, Ruth. See you, Josie. See you, Stampin' in Nova Scotia. What did she say? Lots of... I'm just reading the rest of your comments. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely use up your scraps. Glue gun. You've just got to be careful. Yeah, I know it is. It's sometimes a bit... you take your life into your hands, really. But no, it's fabulous. So, oh, and April. Bye.